What's going on, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody from around the world. I am your host today, Zebec United, and welcome to Coin Toss. So, before we begin, I cannot thank you all enough for being here right now. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You just give me 1 second. Let me make sure that I look pretty good right now because I look kind of dark right now. There we go. So, without further ado, the World Cup group stage is over. My bracket, along with probably everybody else's in the world, is already busted. But that's the fun part about this right now. It's all predictions. It's fun. Let's just see where we go. Put our skills, put our predictions to the test against everybody from around the world. So I know that our next game is only a few hours away, starting the next round of the World Cup. But I like to do a short recap just on the group stages, going over who advanced from each group, looking at how my bracket looked, who I predicted, and then from there, just going to highlight a couple standout performances. So I look forward to hearing everybody's predictions as well. Make sure you leave comments. We're live as well in the live chat. I'll be paying attention to that as well too. So without further ado, let's start with a Group A recap. So the two teams to advance were Mexico and South Africa. I predicted Mexico, South Korea, and South Africa to go through from this group. So right off the bat, my bracket gone. We'll go to Group B. We had Switzerland, Canada, and Bosnia and Herzegovina advancing. I predicted Switzerland and Canada. I did not see the Bosnia prediction coming through. It is what it is. Group C, Brazil and Morocco made it through. I predicted Brazil, Scotland, and Morocco. So unfortunately, it looks like there will be a party going on without Scotland. Apologies to all the Scots as well. Thank you so much for your hospitality and your partying. And let's just say I'm seeing a lot more cones running around everywhere because of you guys. So you guys left definitely a great impression on the U.S. For Group D, we had USA, Australia, and Paraguay making it through. For Group D, I predicted Turkey, Paraguay, and the United States making it through. So I had it completely out of order on that one. Group E, Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. That one I actually called in order. So you know what? I got one right. Group F, Netherlands, Japan, and Sweden. I predicted in order Netherlands, Sweden, and Japan. So almost had that one right. Group G, Belgium and Egypt. Looks like I got that one right. And Group H, probably the biggest upset so far of this tournament, Spain and Capo Verde making it through. I predicted Spain and Uruguay, who were just an absolute disappointment in this tournament. I don't know what else to say about them. Group I, France, Norway, and Senegal made it through. And I actually predicted that one in the correct order. For Group J, had Argentina, Algeria, and Austria. I predicted Argentina, Austria, and Algeria, so just slightly out of order. Group K, Colombia, Portugal, and Democratic Republic of the Congo making it through. I had predicted Portugal winning the group and Colombia coming in second, so I was wrong there. Last but certainly not least, we had England, Ghana, and Croatia making it through. My prediction was England, Croatia, and Ghana, so slightly out of order on those. So overall, I don't think I did too bad with my predictions, but I want to get into a couple of the stats right now, going from the beginning of right now. We'll go through goals right now, and leading the way right now is man, the myth, the legend, Lionel Messi, leading with 6 goals right now across all of the 3 matches so far. He's also, during this group stage, become the all-time leading goal scorer across all World Cup competitions. So massive congratulations to him. In second place, we have a tie between 4 players right now on 4 goals. We've got Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius, and Ousmane Dembele. Coming in after that, we've got 10 players on 3 goals, to include my personal favorite right now, Matthias Cunha. We've got Harry Kane, Ismail Assar, Yohan Wissa, to name a few. Manzambi, Jonathan David, Sabari, Elijah Just, Brian Bobby, Dennis Undav, just to go across. So who knows what will happen there in the assists right now? We have Alexander Isak that is absolutely leading the way with 3 assists to go. I also want to highlight 2 goalkeepers, because goalkeepers, in my opinion, do not get the respect that they truly deserve. I have to highlight Room and Vozinha. If you all had seen what Vozinha had done against Spain, it was nothing short of miraculous. And he's a big reason why they're going through to the next rounds that they are. And I'll get into that prediction later on, who they're facing next later on in this segment. But I also have to highlight Room. 15 saves in a World Cup match for Curacao. What a performance. It's actually a record for a match that was only 90 minutes. He was one shy of Tim Howard's all-time record of 16 saves, but Tim Howard played in the match that had 30 minutes of extra time. So depending on who you speak to, they say it's a record, but either way, what a performance from him as well. Virginia, just I think he went from under 50,000 followers on Instagram to over 15 million right now, just off of his performance, and absolutely shocking Spain. Obviously, it wasn't a win, but you know what? For them, a draw is as good as a win. Without further ado, I'm going to start getting into my predictions now for the group stage match. Sorry, for the round of 32 matches and who I think will advance from each one. So coming up in about an hour and a half, we're going to have South Africa versus Canada. This one's going to be a very tough call. Unfortunately, South Africa or Canada. And Canada, I want to wish all the best and a speedy recovery to Kone after a very unfortunate leg injury that he suffered during one of the group stage games against Qatar, if I believe it was correct. But on this one, I think that Canada is going to make it through, and this will be the end of South Africa's World Cup journey. Please keep in mind, I'm looking forward to seeing your comments in here as well, too. I'd love to see who you guys think will advance. If you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm right, let me know. Going on to tomorrow's games, we've got Germany versus Paraguay. I think the Germans are going to roll right through them. Netherlands versus Morocco. I actually think that Morocco can shock the Netherlands in this game. Morocco's playing some great football right now, so we'll see what happens. Brazil and Japan. I think Brazil are going to have it. Japan, massive respect for what you guys are doing, especially your fans and your team, when you make sure you leave that stadium looking better than the way that you found it. That's something that I think should catch on across all the teams. But for now, massive respect to you guys. Going on to the 30th, we have France versus Sweden. I'm going to say on that one that it's going to be France taking that one. Kylian Mbappe will be adding on to his goal tally. Ivory Coast versus Norway. I think the Norwegians are going to take this one, to be very honest. I'm sorry. As a Manchester United fan, I want to see Amad Diallo do well, but I just think that the Norwegians are going to be too much for Ivory Coast. Mexico versus Ecuador. I think Mexico is going to continue in their tournament. USA, sorry, I stand corrected. Let me move on to July 1st now. The first matchup is England versus Democratic Republic of the Congo. I'm going to say England will advance on this one. USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. USA will take this one as well, too, and move on to the next round of 16. Belgium versus Senegal. I personally believe that it's going to be Belgium moving on. Portugal versus Croatia. Two Madrid legends going at it. Cristiano Ronaldo versus Luka Modric. This will be the end for Luka Modric, in my opinion, and Portugal will be moving on. Spain versus Austria. I think Spain is going to absolutely run riot over them. And sorry, Austria, that's just my prediction. Switzerland versus Algeria. This is probably one of them that I had the hardest time with figuring out. I think I still can't decide right now, but I have to predict the winner. And so I'm going to go with the Swiss moving on to the next round. Argentina versus Cape Verde. This one, I would be on upset watch for. And if I were a betting man, I wouldn't mind putting a small wager on Cape Verde making it through. And notice how I said a small wager. And this is if I was a betting man. I'm not condoning whichever one you choose as well. But realistically, if I had to think, I think Argentina could make it. But to me, it's worth putting a small wager on Cape Verde because you never know. And that could be the biggest upset in World Cup history if that happens. And let's just say if I were a Brazilian fan, I would be I'd be petitioning for Vozinha to get Brazilian citizenship if that happens. If that happens. Colombia versus Ghana. I'm going to predict the Colombians will make it through. They have a lot of heart in their team right now, and I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with across this tournament. Finally, Australia versus Egypt. Mo Salah will continue with his run, and for the Aussies, unfortunately, it is time to go home. So this was a quick recap of how I think that the round of 32 is going to go, as well as comparing my bracket from the beginning of the group stage to what actually happened. And I would definitely love to know what you all think. So please make sure that you comment as well too. And I'll be back for the round of 16 as well. So until then, take care, guys. Have a good one.